emotion, and they show such genuine attitude.
Yeah.
Lend them the money and the time come to pay. You'll be surprised how hostile that calm, humble person has become, and how insultive they can become.
Oh yeah, make you feel as if you committed the crime. St. Margaret's, good morning. Hello.
Hello, good morning.
How are you?
I'm calling because about Sandra yesterday. It was a man by the library that was hungry. And when he say hungry, I say come and buy some straight to eat it at a cost.
So he wanted $1, he didn't want food. Oh my goodness. So I hope you just ignored him.
What I start doing with some of those people, I walk up to them first and ask them for $1. And then, so it sort of put the brakes on them. I say, the gentleman told me, no, I don't have any $1. I said, but, and I could pass back later on this event. Yeah. He said, well, I don't know how much I will collect this morning.
Well, you know, a caller from Talparo. Talparo, good day, good morning.
I'm hardly hearing you.
Okay, hello.
Hello?
Yes, hello, caller from Talparo.
I'm not hearing on the phone.
Okay, you talk. Hello? All right, the caller is telling me she's not hearing me on the telephone. Okay, could you... Yes?
That was when $2 was a lot of money. Somebody borrowed $2 from me and promised to give it to me at the end of the week. 2 weeks passed, I did not get it. On the third week, when I asked her for it, she said, you don't have chick nor child. So I said, did I send you to have chick and child? And I told the lady that I was working for, when she's paying her, to pay me in my presence.
Okay.
She said, she owe you money? I said, yes. She said, every week she borrowed money from me. So when she was ready to pay her, she called me, and that was when I got my money.
All right, so you got the employer to pay you back.
Garnish the salary.
My goodness.
Yeah. So, she has gone into her personal life now. You have no chick, no child.
Yes.
People sit down and they would watch you on this show, you know, and they start calculating how much money you're making and how much that you would have, so therefore you have so much that you could spare. You see, and so this lady knows she has no chick, no child, so therefore she must have residual money, which is really there waiting for her.
Yeah. In other words, that you don't have to work. I don't have to work for what I want, because there are people out there, who are earning, who should give me because I need. Yes. Okay, Point Lisas, good day. Hello, caller from Point Lisas.
Hello?
Hello.
Hello?
Hello.
Oh, okay. She didn't give me the prompt, so I didn't know the TV is off, so I didn't know.
Okay.
Anyway, this relates to a prominent consultant, a beauty consultant. He has been featured on your show. And I paid him $600 because he does makeup, well-known, reputable. I had paid him $600 for a course at my home. He came, he did the course. He used equipment that were not sterile, and he had promised that he would return to give me the notes on the makeup consultancy. And to date, he hasn't. Even while he was featured on your show, I had called him on your show, and he didn't want. He brushed me off. He said, "Call me back, please. Call me back." And that just shows the level of dishonesty.
Yeah. Well,
thank you.
I'm sorry, you know, to hear what you've gone through. I was wanting her to explain what note it was, because I don't think it was money here.
Okay.
It was that she didn't get the certificate showing that she had done the course, I think. Okay. But I think the caller from Point Lisas is no longer on the line with us. But I'm truly sorry. And again, it just comes back, Michael, because sometimes, you know, we're talking here about people asking you to lend them money or to give you services that they genuinely cannot offer. And it is surprising sometimes, it is people, not surprising, it is true to say that it is people from all walks of life.
Yes.
It could be anybody, you know, you don't have to always think of the homeless person.
Yes.
Or the person who is, you know, poor or not in a good job. It could be anybody. Okay, we have a caller from where? Shogunas? Hello, caller from Shogunas? Hello, caller from Shogunas? The caller from Shogunas.
While that caller coming in, probably we could say something to the young people. Okay.
I'm calling from Shogunas. I have this problem with a cupboard. My gentleman, I give money to build cupboards for me, right? He came and he started the cupboard. I paid him, and my cupboards are not finished, and that was since June last year.
Mm-hmm. And do you see him at all?
I have some papers in with a lawyer concerning this problem.
Okay.
So this is a dishonesty by a gentleman, and I don't know how many people he has done this to.
All right. Can I ask you something? Have you paid him all the money? I think she's gone.
Yeah, from what she's saying, that he paid, she paid him off, and he didn't finish it. And what she did was inadvertently made him be that type of person. You know, when people come to work for you in your house and do things, there are a number of things that you shouldn't do. One, don't pay them at the start of the day. Anytime you pay at the start of the day, you are looking for them to go for lunch. You're not seeing them again.
It's a long lunch.
Right. So, therefore, if you have to pay them today, it's their payday, pay them at the end of the day. And two, if they are not finished, even if they tell you, listen, I'm going to come back over the weekend and finish it. When you come back, I will give you the rest. Mm-hmm. Pay them up to what they have there, but hold back a portion to ensure that they come back. Because in their head, that is dead money. Even if they come back, they are coming back to work for, and they are not getting any more money.
And work for money that obviously they've spent as they get it. Okay, we have a caller from San Juan. Hello? Hello, caller from San Juan?
Hello?
Hello? Yes, go ahead, please.
Caller from San Juan.
Yes, go ahead. Caller from San Juan, go ahead, please. We're hearing you. Yeah. All right. Yes. Corinne, just tell him to talk, please. I don't want to keep interrupting because whenever he's ready, then you and I are in conversation. So I'm hoping that she'd tell him just to go ahead and say what he has to say. Caller from San Juan, are you there? Okay. All right. It's the same problem we're getting where people are just not understanding that they think they have to listen to the television set, to my voice on the television set or Michael's voice. No, you have to listen to him on the phone. Okay, so Corinne is the caller from San Juan ready now? Yes, okay. Hello, caller from San Juan.
Hello.
Hi, how are you?
Yeah.
Okay.
My unit had loaned my godchild $5,000.
Mm-hmm.
Again?
Yes, we are. Go ahead. Yes, go ahead.
Yeah, I give her $5,000 because she wanted to back up her money in the bank to get to the United States, and up to now she hasn't paid me back my $5,000.
So tell me something. Did you make her sign any paper? Caller?
Yeah.
Did she sign any agreement with you?
Yeah, she hasn't paid me back.
No, did she sign any agreement with you? I don't think he's hearing the question. So he just very kindly, out of the goodness of his heart, because he's a generous person.
This is a relative? I didn't hear.
Yes, he said a relative.
Okay.
He gave her $5,000.
Godchild.
His godchild. His godchild. Gave her that money so that her bank account would look healthy for the embassy here in Trinidad and Tobago to get her papers.
And that's so many stories like that, so many stories like that. And this is why, because again of the relationship, the person feels that I really don't need to pay this thing back. And they would not try, some of these people would not try that with the bank, you know, but they will try it with you and I, because they feel that they could get away with it. But sometimes we need to really help people and direct them. You know, I could probably direct you to the bank. I could call the person in the bank and tell them that you're coming in for a loan and so on. And, facilitate them, help them to be able to.
I will talk to the bank manager, but let him worry about you owing money. I don't want to worry about you owing me. Okay, call up.
Or plan to just give it and leave it.
All right. In other words, if you have it, give it, don't lend it. Caller from San Fernando.
Morning.
Hi, how are you?
Fine, thank you. Good morning to you and to Michael.
Okay. Morning. Go ahead.
There is in a particular mall in San Fernando, there is a lady who is there more than a year now. She is there with two kids, two small children. She is always asking for money. Now she keeps a very, very sad face, and she has a very sad story too. Now when I pass, I would always feel so sorry for her and give her money. But it is over a year she's there with these kids. Now I'm wondering too if these kids don't go to school, or if something cannot be done about this situation. Because she looks very, very sad, and she's a sort of middle-aged lady with these two small kids, always begging. And I would give her because I feel sorry for her. What should I do?
Offer her a job. Ask her if she would be able to come and clean your house, or to do some work, to wash clothes or iron clothes. And you're going to see the reaction, and that would help you. Next time you see her, I'm sure you would not have the kind of emotional pull as you would. If she's genuine, she's going to accept the job. In fact, she's going to be proud to work for her money. If she's not genuine, she's going to come up with an excuse why she cannot.
Yeah. And it is amazing that the authorities, in fact, who, you know, the police must be passing there every day. I don't know if social workers on their way to work or whatever don't see this woman there with those two children and get somebody to ask the question, why aren't these children in school? Why are they being used here as a tool? And it's an important social issue that should be addressed. Okay, the caller from Point Lisa is back on the line. Good day to you.
Hello?
Hello, yes, caller.
Yes, just a lesson in the law of reciprocation, which states that any act that is perpetrated will be reciprocated. Several years ago, someone had stole a token of jewelry from me, and the person had also borrowed a sum of money from me. I had never questioned the person about it. The person knew that it was mine. The person never made mention that. In fact, the person told me that they wanted it borrowed. They never mentioned anything. They said after they were paid, after their last salary, they would have repaid me to date. And just in reference to that law, some years ago, a relative of that person, who is a cocaine addict, had stolen several items of clothing from that same person, new clothing that was purchased by a relative, and that person had stolen everything from that person. So just a lesson in that law. Thank you.
Okay. What she saying, what goes around comes around?
Thief from thief. Who is it said that thief never like to see thief with a bag?
Yeah, but Michael, I mean, do we think about things like that, you know? Is that supposed to be our consideration, that, okay, if somebody does something to me, hopefully something bad will happen to them in turn?
It is just a natural thing that will happen anyway, you know. Whatever it is you sow, you will reap. I think some people call it your karma. So you don't even need to study about that or to set the person up so that they could reap. It will naturally happen. So you just, vengeance is mine, says God. God is going to repay somebody when they have done something wrong.
Okay. Let's talk now from a motivational point of view. If there are people who are looking on right now who know that they are guilty, and I'm going to look at the good people first, the lenders, not the borrowers, if they know they're guilty of constantly lending money to people and invariably being conned, being burnt, how do they motivate themselves to change their attitude? What is it there that they have to ensure? And we have a caller from Princestown, which I'm going to take, and then Mike will answer my question as well. Caller from Princestown.
Michael, I'd like to draw two instances for you. The first is, there was this man, probably begging in the neighborhood. He came to my home and he said he wanted $1. I told him I don't have any money. I don't even have $1. He said, well, I'm sitting here and I'm not leaving until I get that $1.
All right.
Okay.
I had to give him that $1 before he left. Another instance, this guy claimed to have a medical condition. The sun was very hot. He came with this paper stating that he wanted a donation. He had some surgery or something to do. So I asked him, I said, but the sun is so hot. Why are you walking in the hot sun if you're so sick? Why are you not at home resting? Why are you in the sun? You know, the man went away and he never came back. So I know there are a lot of people who are going around with paper.
Yes.
You know, where I live, in the town, they would come and they would come up to you with these papers. I want to know how legal these things really are. If they really need this money, how we should know, and who we should know really need the help.
Yeah, because, thank you very much, caller there. You know, there's so many people walking around with these pieces of paper that they have stamped by the police, and some of these pieces of paper, when you look at the date, it's since 1994, and they're still begging on this sheet of paper.
Yes.
Yeah?
Yes. I don't know, one of the ways to deal with it, as you had asked, is probably trying to develop a tough love attitude and really trying to question people before you give. Question them as to ensure that they are genuine. I remember there was an island I was in. I didn't know that their money, their coins were dollar money, so $5, $10, $20, $100 in coins. So I just had this bag of coins from this country, and my wife and I, we were just going about shopping and so on, and I met him begging. I just decided to dump the whole thing on him, and I gave him it, and I went inside. I just told my wife, I just gave the guy outside the coins, and she said, you know how much money you just gave away there? And then she explained that the money is in coins, but it's big notes, and so on. When I went out back to the store, the guy was gone for the day, you know.
Of course, he had his days paid well in advance. We have a caller from Diego Martin. Hello? Caller from Diego Martin.
Yes, good morning.
Sorry to have kept you waiting, sir. Thanks for waiting.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I have a problem there. Since last year, I went. A friend recommended me to a dentist, right, and to see about my mouth, my mouth, you know. So he charged me a price. He said that he will come home and do it, and in 2 days' time he will come home and do the top and the bottom. He came the 2 days after, and he charged me a price, and I paid him because he said he'll do it home for me. So I said, all right. He did the top piece, and up to now he haven't promised to bring the other part for me, the bottom part, right? And as far as I can understand, this is what he does to people, and I didn't really realize that. But I was made to understand he's also a pastor in a church, a high church, you know that? And I find that is very ridiculous.
But excuse me, sir, what made you think that a dentist...
I could hardly hear you.
Okay, are you hearing me now?
Pardon me?
Are you hearing me now?
A little.
All right. What made you think that a dentist would do home visits?
I'm still not hearing you properly.
Okay, well, I'm sorry you're not hearing me, because I think Michael asked the question as well. I mean, dental surgery is done in a dentist's office.
So he did it for plenty other people, you know?
He what?
Yes, he did it for other people.
Yeah, but he's a con man.
He just he took the measurement home by me, and just to put on the phone speech.
I don't think he's getting your point.
And he came and he did everything. He did the top, and he said, well, in 2 days' time again, he will come back and do the bottom part for me.
All right.
And up to now, I haven't seen him. I've heard from him. Whenever you call, he's not here.
But you know, sir,
he's a pastor in a church or something like that.
Sometimes we make it viable for scams to flourish.
Yes.
Because we allow certain things to happen. And then in hindsight, we say, my goodness, look at what I've gotten myself into.
We have a caller. I'm going to talk about that in a little while. La Hawkita. We have a caller from La Hawkita. Hello?
Yes, hello.
Yes, hello.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, Allison.
Good morning.
Good morning. Yes, I am tired of having that problem around my area here. I have a particular gentleman, a neighbor. He always comes around with a sad story. He's hungry. He wants something to eat. Lend him a $2. He gets him paid, do some little handy, walk around here and get it paid. And every time I give him money, he never pays me. Right now we have about $90 to me. And every time he comes and I say, listen, don't forget, you have a little money for me. I'm not paying you any more money. He gets hype and give me big, hard words and walk up and don't speak to me again for about 3 months.
And then,
about 3 months, and when he has his sad story again, he come along.
And you lend him money again?
Yes, and no, I tell him it's the last. I'm not playing him anymore.
You're not letting him anymore. Yeah, you know,
because I'm a
one of the other scriptures that the Bible talks about is to be wise as a serpent, harmless as a dove. And I think sometimes we are not wise. We think because we need to just give as soon as somebody, but we actually encourage people to be in the state that they are in. We should be encouraging people to work. We should be encouraging people to work for what they want, which something that I always tell young people. And I want us to be able to probably just talk with the young people this morning. When you have a lazy young person, that person is preparing themselves to be a beggar. Because they are going to need stuff. Every one of us will need things. And if we don't work for it, we'll have to ask for it. Even if it is your parents, there are some children that should not be asking for their parents for things because they are capable of doing something at this side, working for it, and have it. My daughter is 12 years old and she would try and sell little kumar and so on to her friends and so on. I want her to know, work for part of your money. You want something, how much are you going to come up with? I don't mind if I come up with 3/4, but show some effort in the process. Even if it is just a, Daddy, you want your shoes cleaned? I'll clean your shoes for $10. Fine, no problem. And then if she says, listen, I need a racket, so therefore the racket costs $200 and something, I'll pay the $290, the $190. You will
contribute your 10. Yes. Okay. The person with the dental problem, I think we should address it. I mean, obviously, Michael, that's a con man who's working the area.
Yes.
And this gentleman says that he hears that he's done it to other people. I'm happy that he was able to share the story. Please, if there's anyone coming to you and you need false teeth or whatever, and he's going to do a home visit, tell him thank you very much, but you'll visit someone's office.
Yeah.
That is impossible. So that's a con man at work. And then did you hear he said he's also the pastor of a church?
Well.
He added that. He's a dental lab technician who's also the pastor of a church. And I'm sure in other areas of Trinidad and Tobago he has other jobs as well. So please, anybody coming knowing that you need to have your teeth done.
Ask for credentials.
Yes. And
where your certificates.
And the medical association, the dental association tells you anyway, even if you go to an office where you see a dental chair and you see everything, there's certain things you look for on the wall.
That's right.
Saying that they're members of the Dental Association of Trinidad and Tobago. That is the accreditation that tells you that it's a genuine person who is able to practice dentistry in Trinidad and Tobago.
You can print certificates off your computer now.
Yes, that's true. So you have to be very, very careful. All right, I'm going to ask us to thank, I'm going to thank everybody for the phone calls that have been made to us today, because I think, Michael, we need to now just clear up a lot of the cobwebs. The question I asked you, if it is, you're a chronic lender, and I guess there's some people who are chronic lenders, they feel